Hey there, Louisa. I have something in mind I want to discuss with you. Do you currently have some free time?
Louisa, what do you need from me now? Right now, I'm a little busy. If you have anything to say to me, say it quickly.
First of this, as your manager, I don't think your behavior toward me is appropriate. Please be a bit more respectful to me. I also have a few more things I want to tell you.
I didn't feel the need to respect you since you are a pitiful management. You ought to quit acting so haughtily because you didn't even complete high school. Whether or not I have a high school diploma, I am still your boss.
You're Ben's younger sister, therefore that's the only reason I chose to hire you. You really need to step up and complete the task like everyone else does. If you fail to finish the task that was allocated to you, your coworkers must work twice as hard to fill in for you.
I am sorry, but I've got no idea what you are referring to. You're giving the impression that I only have my job here because of you.
That's the reality, though, isn't it? If it weren't for me, you wouldn't be here.
Despite the fact that you may have been the one to introduce me to this business, my talents were what got me employed. The business should be happy to have me here. You should be appreciative that I choose to work for you.
Although I recognize that your optimism is unmatched, you occasionally need to face reality. Your behavior at work has drawn a lot of criticism.
What do you really mean? I've had people whining about me? What went wrong with me? What is it that you, a high school dropout, have to complain about?
I always tell you this, but it doesn't matter because if we perform well at work, we get promoted. No matter if you attended a private institution or a secondary school, you may apply. I'm your sister-in-law, and I'm giving you some kind advice right now. I'll have to take some managerial action if your attitude doesn't change. Would you kindly do your best to change how you act at work?
What even does that mean? I don't understand it at all.
You take too many vacation days from work. In comparison to everyone else, you two eat lunch for a very long time. I've heard that you also attempt to test other employees. You occasionally slip out early from work as well. Do you really want me to go through the complete list of the other complaints?
I suppose all of my coworkers are excessively envious of me. They simply criticize me because they want to hurt me. I guess it's because I'm so young, attractive, and successful. The only ones complaining are the company's elderly women, right? Grandmas like you only have envy for me.
Despite what you may think, I am only 2 years older than you.
2 years is a significant gap. After all, I'm still in my 20s.
Next month, you'll turn 30 years old.
You should keep your mouth shut because you only graduated from high school.
Please refrain from calling me that as well.
It's the truth, so why should I stop? Actually, I have degrees from both a university and a high school. I can't take having someone give me commands who hasn't even finished high school. You definitely need to start helping me out a bit more if you don't want me to stop working.
You are aware that you have no right to address me in such manner. You're going to get into a lot of problems at this pace, so I'm telling you all of this out of kindness and desire to assist you. I won't have to report you to the company's upper management if you start changing your attitude.
I find it hard to think you have compassion for me. How can you be so haughty? Exactly who do you believe you are? You should be glad that I chose to work for you guys as a successful lady. Understand what I'm saying?
I apologize, but I'm not sure what you're trying to communicate. In either case, I need you to make an effort to change your mindset going forward. If things keeps going on like way, I won't be able to cover for you.
I don't intend to be on your side at all. I'm going to leave the foolish company if you whine to me one more time. Make sure to stop whining if you don't want me to go.
Hello, Edric. I'm not sure I can take care of Nellie much longer.
What's the problem? Is this related to the discussion we had yesterday, Louisa?
Yes, it is the topic. Every day, she says more and more offensive things to me. Additionally, she treats her fellow coworkers with complete disrespect and looks down on them. I'm not sure how I'll continue to stand in for her.
You're no longer required to stand in for her. You may leave her behind, and she should receive the justice she merits.
Are you certain that's all right in reality? After all, she is your younger sister.
She truly does need to learn some things, but it's acceptable. She treats our parents and me in the same manner as she is currently treating you. I believe she's had enough of us all. Despite being near 30 years old, she couldn't even get a job. We have to beg you to grant her a job because of this. She should probably soon confront reality, in my opinion. You're not required to consider her as a family any longer.
It sounds like you two are having trouble with her as well. Then, I'll attempt to warn her one final time. If she doesn't pay attention, I'll report her to the company's management.
That does indeed sound like an excellent idea. Certainly do that. Recently, my dad and I discussed the possibility of severing all relations with her. We believe that because she has so many people to rely on, she would never change.
Yes, it could be the best option for her as well. After all, she needs to face the truth of her predicament. Then I'll go ahead and inform the superiors of her behavior. She might be able to take this as a chance to change how she feels.
I truly apologize for giving you all of this hassle. She can be disciplined and treated just like any other employee. She has probably done a lot of things that are improper for her place of employment. Anyway, I'll be returning home shortly. We can discuss this later.
One last time, I'm going to check in with you. The other day, I enumerated all the grievances that people have brought up against you. Do I have it correct that you don't intend to change your attitude and behavior?
Oh my God, are you still bringing that up? I told you that I hadn't done anything, and now you're being extremely obnoxious. Grandma liked you too much, so you should stop talking.
It's horrible that you haven't taken any action. This is a place of labor. You must finish the task that has been given to you. You should also modify the way you behave toward your other employees. Be more respectful to them.
You are incredibly tenacious and stupid.
According to what I've heard, you haven't finished any of your recent assignments. Really, do you believe that's acceptable? We all need to work to pay our bills now that we are grown-ups and no longer in school.
I find it incomprehensible that you would want to correct me.
What exactly did you say? A person like me? Do you fail to comprehend that? Since I am your boss, I am in a position far above you.
Acting so haughtily once more. When you were only a high school dropout, how are you able to say this to me? Wouldn't you be able to raise my pay if you were actually my manager?
Are you serious when you ask?
For someone like me, $2,000 a month is way too little. I earned my university degree. But for a high school dropout like you, $2,000 should be sufficient. You really need to quit playing games and pay me what I deserve, since I need a lot more money to live the life I want. Give me a raise if you're going to treat me like way.
I'm not trying to boss you about, and you never pay attention to anything I have to say anyhow.
Are you certain that you approve of my leaving now? You should definitely utilize your limited mental capacity and give this some considerable thought. You cannot risk losing a distinguished university graduate like myself. I'm not asking you to do this, I'm demanding that you do it if you want me to continue earning double my present pay.
If that's the case, I'll have to let you go.
What exactly did you say to me just now? You can't be serious, can you?
I've tried so many times in the past to protect you, but I'm giving up now. I understand that you won't ever alter your attitude or actions for the better. I'm terminating you because we don't need someone like you working for us. Could you please complete the necessary papers in the Human Resources office tomorrow? If you want to get your last salary, you should pay attention to what they have to say.
What are you referring to? Are you serious about any of this? You guys can't possibly afford to terminate me. Some sort of joke must be going on here.
It almost seemed like he wanted to get fired, so this isn't even a joke. You threatened to stop working every day. Additionally, your coworkers are tired of you. The finest choice has been made for the department as a whole. We cannot afford to pay someone who does nothing $2,000 a month. The value of you is not even $2,000. I can't believe you tried to get me to increase your pay by 2 times.
Why you are even telling me this? I have no idea. In any case, you lack this type of power. You can't just fire me like that.
Do you not realize that I am the department's vice president as a whole? I have the right to let you go.
Wait. You're the vice president, right?
When I initially gave you this position, I believed Edric had already told this to you. I assume you weren't listening since you were probably looking at your phone. Together with a few other pals, I founded this business. Since the beginning, I have been here. I have a great deal of power over you.
You must be lying, right? You cannot possibly be a high school dropout with such immense power.
You know I said it doesn't matter. With enough effort and hard work, anyone can succeed, even someone like myself who dropped out of high school. In fact, one of our guiding principles is to refrain from making decisions about people based only on their academic qualifications. We prioritize diligence and commitment over academic credentials. That is among the factors that allowed me to hire you. Despite being 27 years old and a recent university graduate, your resume is entirely blank. You lack any more job experience. It was because of our policies that you were able to work here.
You're giving off the impression that I wouldn't be desired elsewhere.
Sincerely, if Edric hadn't asked me, we never would have allowed you to work here. You were quite fortunate. You ought to give your brother credit for this chance. It seemed as though Edric had grown tired of trying to help you. From now on, I have to deal with you either as your boss or as your sister-in-law.
Hold on a second, please. Why has this only started happening now? I just requested a little rise in my current pay. I was let go without a job. That is not feasible. I mistakenly believed that you all wanted me to work here. I have a full-time job. How could I already be fired? This cannot be done.
In truth, you don't even have a full-time job. You only began working with us a short time ago, not even 5 months. Your trial period is still in effect.
Now what? Period of trial?
To determine whether we genuinely wanted you to work here full-time, we put you through a test. We're pleased we held off on offering you a full-time contract at first.
I'm about to be fired, so is there anything I can do to prevent it? I currently can't afford to lose my source of income. For the first time, I was able to land a job with a legitimate business.
What are you referring to? You were hardly doing any work at all. We truly don't need workers who can't do the tasks that have been given to them. You weren't only inept, but you had a terrible attitude toward other people. Right now, I don't think any employer would want to hire you. At least have the work ethic and abilities to support your constant arrogance.
Okay, I'll admit it, I was perhaps a touch too haughty. I'm sorry for how I treated the others. Please don't let me get fired right now. If I lose my job, I'm going to have a lot of problems.
Yes, I am aware that you will have problems. According to what I've heard, gas station jobs are impossible to obtain even part-time.
I believe that most businesses would consider your conceited attitude and foul nature to be a major red flag.
You also lack any professional experience. Your resume only fills half a page. You have only ever had part-time employment, and you are almost 30 years old. I find it incredulous that you continue to extol your university degree. That incident occurred approximately 4 years ago.
You don't really intend to fire me, do you? Louisa, I am your in-law's sister. We are essentially a family. Please take action to prevent my termination. I never anticipated that this would occur to me. Better algae starting tomorrow, I guarantee. Everything wrong with me can be fixed. I'll listen if you tell me what to do, I assure you.
You can't possibly change, in my opinion. There are simply way too many issues with you. It's not feasible for you to overnight change for the better. Everyone else agrees that after your trial time, we shouldn't hire you. I'm powerless to change anything, and nobody wants you here.
Hold on a second, please. Take a look at what I have to say. My parents would throw me out of the house if I lose this job. I have nowhere else to go if it occurs. I'm unsure of where to live and what to do. Where should I go?
What you should do is beyond my knowledge. You can solve the problem on your own. The predicament you find yourself in today is all your fault. Your work ethic may be tough to alter, but your attitude toward other people ought to be simple. That would be a fantastic location for you to begin. You need to start showing far more consideration for other people.
Don't leave me like this, please. You are my in-law's sister. Why are you treating me like this?
I'm actually no longer going to be your sister-in-law. Edric and I have made the decision to end any communication with you. Our family no longer includes you. We've had enough of dealing with you. We did all we could to assist you, yet all you did was belittle and humiliate us. We don't want to interact with you right now. Please stop contacting me at this time.
Oh my God, tell me if this is truly occurring to me. Tell me this is only a nightmare, please. I want to be awake now.
What are you referring to? You are completely awake. This is not a dream.
My life is in disarray. I'm really sorry, and I regret everything I did.
Well, good luck in your search for a new position. You will require it. Nellie, I need you to explain this.
What I don't know and don't understand at all.
You really don't know, or are you trying to hide something?
I don't have to argue with you.
Did you sell your company's secrets to a competitor?
I don't know that, because you are not careful about the security of information, not me. Your family has cut ties with me, so don't tell me what I can sell to a rival company.
Do not forget that you still hold the company's projects, and those projects the company has information in hand. Nellie, did you do this just to sabotage the company?
So what did you and your family do know to me? You pushed me to a dead end, telling Edric to disconnect my relationship.
So you review your actions and attitudes at work. We have supported you a lot.
So what? If you tell me you are vice president but you refuse to help me.
That's not how you should treat us, Nellie. Can you imagine what you're doing?
I won't have any problem. The competing company said it would protect me.
LOL, who are you telling that joke to? They will never protect you, Nellie. You trust them too much. See you in court. I already have proof for you of my actions. I gave Nellie a chance, but she didn't realize how horrible her actions were. The court has issued an arrest warrant for her because of the lawsuit filed by the company. It all happened quickly. She was jailed for 11 years for selling company information. Seems like I guess she doesn't know her fault because she's always scolding and saying that she's not guilty.
Leo was severely bullied during high school, but when she entered university and escaped from that troublesome school, he made an effort to study and unleash all the potential that had been suppressed before. Eventually, he graduated and became a CEO in a leading technology corporation in the United States. Incidentally, the one who bullied Leo at high school meet her in the interview job. The setting takes place in a bustling office. Leo is sitting at the interview room with serves as CEO. Nat enters the room and so surprised when she met Leo there, but her attitude still bossy as ever.
Please welcome the next interviewee. Number 611.
Hi! You look so pronated. Did we met each other before?
Wow, is that you, Nat? I'm so surprising meeting you here. We were in the same class at high school. I strongly advise against using any offensive language toward me, as there may be consequence.
Wow, haha, look how successful you are. But you still look stupid as you were in that time. The loser had no friend at high school just because you're poor and ugly. Today to be in attendance today, how do you do? Sleeping with the president of this company or paying money for that? Haha, it must be the first one cause everyone know you're poor.
I strongly advise against using any offensive language toward me, as there may be consequence. This is the professional environment.
Haha, I guess you must actually be a CEO. You're really transformed from a person I remember. It's hilarious.
I'm very surprised to meet you at this interview after so many years. But I see you didn't change anything, right? Do you want to continue the interview? Or I will kick you out of this room.
Yes, of course. I want this job. I was so sure you'd be sitting at home living off welfare or something. I mean, who would hire a person like you? You don't have both physical appearance and intelligence. What's a pity?
Nat, stop before you lose the chance to have a job. You're taken out of my mouth. I see you write in your CV that you never went to college and you started working right after high school. So what aspects you think you have to work in our company?
Yes, I didn't go to college. I think it's a waste of time. Because I have no experience, after graduated, I worked as a waitress and later started working at a downtown bar. Anyway, I want to have a position in human resources of this company.
So why do you think that work benefit for this position? Do you see any connection to get into our company?
OMG, that's wise question. I have never see that aspects of you, haha.
I will distinguish with work in the past so you and reassure of answering my question. And please serious because there are so many people are waiting after you.
I see you still lose your temper easily, just like before. After graduated from school, what have you done?
After I got rid of you and that terrible school, I study hardly and took the SAT test. After that I was retained by the university to become the teacher of that company. But I felt I can't go for being a teacher, so I left and found many new chances. I have worked in 2 other countries before working here, and I find that this company is my home and I can't lose the chance to work here. Things are going well for me these days.
Wow, your life happens like a dream. That's really admirable. Good for you, by the way.
What do you mean?
Think about it, Leo. Since you left school because of me, you had no purpose of life and these times you're really hopeless. And because of that, you have motivation and also greed. You got smarter and went to the university. So in a weird way, your current happiness is all thanks to me bullying you back then, right?
I don't think you're right. I succeeded in spite of you, not because of you. You made me haunt by my student time. Perhaps that time must be the most beautiful time in one's life. You seem not have any guilty with the things you have done, not only with me, but also with so many students.
Why should I feel guilty about it? Didn't you understand what I just said? You shall be thanking me.
I see you only look at things from your own perspective, as per usual. You never change your mind. Our company is quite selective with new hires. They only accept individuals with the right qualification or those who were high achievers in university.
Neither, but don't worry about it. As you said, I'm using my connections to get this job, so qualifications and all that doesn't matter.
I sure am lucky to have met someone from this company. What do you mean? Having connections is one, but if you can meet our demand and can't present well at work, we'll be sacked of soon. Because it's not easy to join and long live in our workplace. You won. Be hired unless you seem like someone who can benefit the company, and the competition among new recruits is fierce. So what's really going on here?
Don't worry about me. I'll figure out what I'm supposed to do once I start working there. The interview seemed like the conversation between two friends than between an interviewer and interviewee. Besides, I already knew I was going to pass with flying colors, so I had nothing to worry about in the first.
Why are you so confident anyway? If you make a bad impression, you won't get hired, you know.
Why are you asking too much, Leo? There are so many ways to have position in this company.
You know some important lesson about being a woman?
Once you know how to play with a man's heart, life become a walk in the park. The truth is, those guys in human resources are more just regular customers, if you catch my drift. No one can resist my womanly charms.
Once I found that out, I was able to blackmail him into getting me a job. Impressive, right? What? That's illegal, you know.
You're so tolerant, my friend. You know that the way the world works. Reality taught me a lesson that you should use anyway, even it's illegal, to climb a ladder. To have a good position this harvest society.
There are boundaries in this world that you shouldn't cross, you know. And besides, if you entered the company that way and can't actually do the job, you're just going to get fired when people find out.
You still take things way too seriously. This is cracking me up, haha.
I still have my principles, unlike some other people. Did you develop these personality traits while you were in college? Please listen to me, Nat. It's just help you at the beginning, then everything come to zero.
Your responsibility is implement your senior's command and lets me join the company.
More importantly, if I do get into the company, will you be my coworker? No, I'd be your superior. You know I'm the one who decides you can go to work or not. Don't break the rule and prove your potential for me. Why you're so tailbearing?
Moreover, I'm not taking orders from someone I bullied into dropping out of high school. No way. I will do some tricks to let you quit. I made you quit school once, and I can make you quit your job.
Don't make things worse, Nat. This is Leo. What do you want to say? If you call me to accept letting Nat working in our company with no experience and no skill in this term, you shouldn't tell me anything. And to make it clear, I will leave the company if you resist hiring that woman.
Why do you have to reject that CV?
You know the past, I was bullied in high school. Now I'm still obsessed with that. And do you know who bullied me? It's Nat. Yes, you didn't mishear Dawn. That's her.
OMG, that terrible. I'm shocked.
And she also tell me about your relationship with her. You permit Nat working here?
I'm so sorry to get you met your hurt again. I didn't know about her past. I just see her as a friendly girl and she have many skill that are appreciate to this position. I will think about my decision again.
You should do that. If not, you will lose a proficient coworker that I can affirm that you can't find anyone else better than me. As a person responsible for conducting interviews and making hiring decisions, I would like to understand your reason. If you want to convince me to accept that CV.
I suppose she might be feeling threatened or jealous. Nat is young and attractive.
No, I'm not familiar with what you're suggesting. There are so many available candidates who are much more professional than her. I know Nat have connection with you, so you won't bring her to our company, but you must look at the benefit.
To be honest, I found her to be an interesting person. I believe in her communication skills. Moreover, she has a good sense of humor. I think you can't deny that, right?
I see, Dawn. I understand that you hold the responsibility for new hires and also you have a view to evaluate a person. It's been 2 years since I started working with you and you never made me disappointed. I will consider about her attitude and then decide if I let her work or not.
Thank you for working so professional. I'm so grateful because you can see my possibility of evaluating people.
Yes, I'm equal and didn't put my own to the benefit of our company. That's the professional way of working of the Real CEO.
I'm so proud of you, like the way you believe in my choice.
I have just had a short conversation with one of the people who are take charge of recruiting.
Haha, it's me to looking forward to making you jobless.
Nat, I don't want to have any bad word with you, so don't cross the line one more time.
You must have conversation with Don, the one that I have connection to request him let me working in this company.
But it's not that easy.
What do you mean?
He is not the one who can decide to choose candidates. Me and another team will consider. And now I have to see your attitude to reach the decision.
Am I still hired?
I worked for this company many years and I realize that your personality is the one we choose. Because skills can be trained but personality can't. Attitude can decide anything, you know?
Wow, you're more professional than I think. But Don said that I can sign at the contract working for this company.
Did you hear what I just said? As the head of human resources and the CEO of this company, I have the authority to veto his decisions. I have the final say on who joins the company.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Since we're friends and all, you'll hire me, right?
Friends? I don't recall us being friends. Anyway, I've decided to hire someone else for the position. Better luck next time.
Wait, you can't do that. You're just trying to intimidate me, aren't you? This is a lie, right?
Of course not. Why would I lie about something like this?
Please give me a chance.
Be honest, who you sleep with in this company to request for working here?
No, I didn't do that. I just said that to make you angry. The truth is that I met Don in the gym, we have a good conversation and he said his company have a very appropriate position for me. That's all. And I didn't know anyone else except Don. There's been a misunderstanding.
Don't make things up. It's too late for you to try and get out of this. You're going to come to the office, apologize to anyone whom you hurt, and then you'll have to pay legal fees. Blackmail is a crime, you know.
I'll come and apologize, I promise. Please don't take me to court. I'm just a humble bartender. I can't afford a lawyer. Many of them get sued.
I don't care if you can afford it or not. You're going to pay the money. You need to understand that you committed a real crime. Not only you treat on the interview but also you send the blackmail.
No, come on! There must be some kind of mistake. These things can happen, right?
You might have made some mistakes, but what you did goes beyond that.
I'll apologize as much as you want, some. I'll be in trouble if you don't start working full-time soon. The truth is, I spent all my money on my boyfriend and ended up in a lot of debt.
How stupid can you be? That's a problem you created for yourself. It has nothing to do with anything.
That's why I'm trying to get a job. I heard your company pays well, so I thought I should ask Don to help me get a position here.
What's a pity? Do you think that's the karma you have to suffer from because of the bad things you do in the past?
I have hurted many people in both mental and physical health. I have nightmare about that problem and I want to apologize to everyone. Please, I don't know what I'm going to do if I don't get this job. I have a debt collection agency after me. This is very serious.
But you still have to take charge of this. The bad things you bring to your friends is the injury that will follow them all their life.
Yes, I know that. Leo, I owe you an apology. I was the terrible person in high school, and I deeply regret how I treated you.
So why you act like you didn't change when you see me at first?
Because of my self-esteem, I didn't met you for a long time, and when I saw you here, I feel so asham. That's the one I bullied in high school now is my senior. I'm too worthless 'cause through the time, I'm still that Perry's son, not have any positive change. I'm regret but I don't know how to say with you. So I was acting like a newborn baby. I'm so sorry.
If you are enough brave, you can discard your self-esteem.
Yes, I know that was the different time of all people that I bullied. That time should have been the most wonderful time of one life. But I made it's the terrible time that all of you can forget about it. I won't beg for forgive, but I hope everyone can be successful like you. If not, I will live with guilty all my life.
I'm happy for you 'cause you realized you're guilty and gradually become a good person. I just remind you that, be brave to admit your mistake and then you can live without any worry.
Yes, thank you. I had a lot of soul searching after high school. I realized the pain I caused. And it weighed heavily on me. I will spend year trying to become a better person.
Nat, I appreciate your honestly. I've learned to forgive too, but I think it will take time. But I will give you a change to work in our company and through this time I will watching you. If I can see your effort, we can become friend. And I think it can bring much benefit to our company 'cause we can assist to each other.
Really? What do you say? You let me in your company?
Yes, of course. But you must let me see your change and a good attitude.
Of course, I will try my best. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful, Leo, you are so generous. Now I know why you can climb the ladder and become the CEO of this company. You're so tolerant and kind. That must be what people need in a CEO.
Thank you.
Thank you, I realize the importance of empathy and understanding. I think I should learn more and don't be looked down to study. It's important to all aspects of our life.
That's admirable. As for me, the bullying experience motivated me to become a counselor and I want to help others who faced similar challenges.
I wish I can come back to that time and treat you with kindness instead. I truly regret the pain I caused you.
Apology accepted. The past is the past, but we will have many new opportunity now to foster a positive working relationship. Nat, your work ethic and dedication are impressive. You've come a long way since high school. I'm proud of the progress you've made.
Thank you, Leo. Your guidance and support mean a lot to me. I want to be a better person, not just for myself, but for those around me.
Redemption is possible for anyone willing to change. I believe in second chances, and I see that you're committed to personal growth.
It's time we move forward and leave the past firmly behind us. Let's focus on creating positive work environment for everyone here.
Agreed, Nat. Let's lead by example and ensure that no one else experiences the pain we went through. We have the power to make difference.
Oh my God. Taylor, I was made aware of the company's gratitude letter you got. I must admit that I was somewhat shocked that they would single you out for that. Not to mention the accompanying gift voucher. That resentful.
Hello, Keelan. I must admit, I had the same level of astonishment as you did. I never anticipated receiving such a gift from the firm. Additionally, the spa gift card was a really lovely surprise. Personally, I enjoy getting a hot stone massage occasionally.
You're keeping the office spotless, so I guess it's not so horrible to be the cleaner if benefits like these are involved, huh? It ultimately justifies cleaning all those restrooms, doesn't it?
When the business stated that it would be recognizing me, I felt a little ashamed, but I'm still grateful for it. Particularly since I had to accept the prize in front of everyone. I truly struggle in such kinds of situations because I never know how to respond. However, Keelan, just because I have something doesn't mean I'm going to slag off right away. You got it, right?
Well. Just be careful not to overdo it. You don't have to be overjoyed, it's simply a little note of thanks. I assume folks your age are more enthusiastic about unimportant details like this. That describes my elder aunt as well.
Although I wouldn't describe it as insignificant, I don't believe it's anything really noteworthy. I suppose the business just thought it would be great to do it. Anyhow, we don't have to discuss it if it upsets you.
Okay, but it's obvious that you're loving the topic. Tell me more about your achievements, please.
Huh? Wait, what?
Furthermore, I wish you will refrain from sending snarky smiley faces. I am aware that you are only attempting to irritate me. Well, in a way, it's working.
Okay, I guess I won't need to send any smileys. I apologize for it. I had no idea you would think that way. Just one thing, though. What do you mean by getting carried away, specifically? I'm not sure whether it has to do with my age, but I think I may have been a little too thrilled when I received the award in front of everyone.
A lot too. Thrilled, to put it mildly. Basically, you couldn't help but smile. Don't you think that, given the situation, is a little odd? I'm rather confident that I wouldn't respond in that way. It's only a small, pointless prize, after all. When they obtain something like that, young people frequently act coolly. Anyway, I would definitely take such action. Simply consider them, then move on. At the corporate meeting, I just felt it was old-fashioned of you to get all worked up. Just that.
What's my age got to do with anything, Keelan? I don't understand why you seem to be so interested in that aspect of this. In addition, I didn't think it was that big of a concern. When I got it, I even noticed you clapping along with everyone else. I was really pleased to get it, therefore I don't see how that would be an issue.
Yes, I was only clapping in compliance with social convention. I was actually laughing so hard inside. I was simply thinking, what a smug grin this lady has. Does she not realize that this is merely a pointless award that is given to everyone? It's sort of humiliating, to be honest.
Oh, I had no clue that's how you actually felt. I apologize if I seem to be bothering you. That was completely unintended.
Well, it's fairly clear, really. Don't you notice how people respond when they see you laughing and grinning at everything? It affects individuals negatively when it does so. I think it could be a good idea to tone down your emotions if you don't want to irritate folks.
Wow, Keelan, I had no clue you felt this way. I'm positive I can make progress in this area. But wait a minute. Is it really that important to have a thank you letter from the business? Or are you simply annoyed by my response to it? I apologize, but I'm not really sure why you're so angry with me.
You simply appear so happy to get anything like that from the business. You're going to boast about this to everyone, I can just imagine it now. Should you know that the business commended me for my cleaning abilities? They'll then comment, wow, that's amazing, good for you. You will then respond, I know, isn't it great? Tired of your words. Oh my god, I'm not looking forward to you talking about this at the office every day from now on.
Huh? I just told you, didn't I? I'm not really proud of this at all. I am aware that the corporation is only showing their goodwill.
Honestly, huh? Can you then explain to me why you were grinning widely when they called your name? Remember how you continued to express gratitude to everyone? They all approached you and congratulated you individually. You must have enjoyed that a lot. You simply can't get enough of all this interest, right? That you don't understand it doesn't really surprise me. It's just one of those things you do unconsciously, in my opinion. I suppose.
Why do you say that? None of it, in my opinion, is accurate. Why are you taking offense to everything so much? It feels incredibly out of place. I apologize if I offended you in any way, however, I had no intention of doing so.
That you don't understand it doesn't really surprise me. It's just one of those things you do unconsciously, in my opinion. I suppose LOL. Anyway, I don't need to hear about all your wonderful efforts on behalf of the workplace. That's all you are, a cleaner. You don't own any further skills, do you? You can't possibly perform the intricate sales work I'm performing. That calls for a lot more skill. I suppose we can get along just fine if you tidy up and keep quiet.
Huh? Be silent? Perhaps not talking at all?
Yes, as long as you remain silent and there isn't any unnecessary hoopla, I won't have any issues. That is how the office ought to be set up.
Oh. You must feel that way then, huh? I was clueless. I think I'm just a little taken aback. You know, you've always been courteous to me at work. At least the few occasions I've encountered. I'm simply curious as to why there has been such a fast change.
The one thing you need to know about me, Taylor, is that I'm frank with you. I dislike playing around. Since I'm sincere, it doesn't matter whether it offends you. You ought to have developed thick skin by this age. That is what 55 years on this planet will do to you. Since it's best to avoid skirting certain subjects, I always make sure to write down what comes to mind. Do you not believe that is the greatest method to resolve a dispute?
Conflict? Is there a dispute going on here? That's news to me, though. I'm not sure whether I completely concur with you there. We have to maintain a certain standard of civility and politeness. In actuality, this organization keeps its employees to a very high degree of mutual respect. Up to this point, you performed the same thing. Do you at least concur that treating people with respect is important?
Oh, yes. 100%. You're only a cleaning lady, though. Do you mean to suggest that I should treat the cleaning woman like our most valuable client? Obviously not.
Keelan, I'm not sure about it. Obviously, I disagree.
Exactly, whatever. Oh, but I did want to mention how out of control this corporation is. You did receive a note of appreciation this time along with a gift card for your cleaning, right? Next, what? Will Ben be rewarded for his clever joke? Lay is going to receive one for producing a copy? Until everyone gets one, they will just continue passing them out left, right, and center. Where is the relevance of that, please? They won't be as wonderful if we just give them to individuals who don't really deserve them. That's what I want to stay away from.
As I already stated, it isn't really significant to me. Just keep doing it, I say. I won't make any changes to the way I perform my duties, and I'll keep giving it my all.
Oh, you're so upbeat about everything. You continue to say, I'm going to do my best, even after I pointed out how useless the work you're doing is. Huh. Are you trying to win me over, Taylor? Sorry, but no amount of garbage removal or floor sweeping will ever impress me.
I'm not sure what to say at all. I'm not doing like that.
Listen, you need to be aware of your specific position in this whole situation, Taylor. You take care of the cleaning, which we could just as easily contract out to a cleaning service. I'd argue that at this time, your position is entirely replaceable. You're a waste of space for this business, Taylor. Aren't you aware of that?
I am. A waste of space? Are you certain of that?
We all in sales, however, go out almost every day to steal consumers, lock down sales, and bring in astronomical profits for our business. We put forth a lot of effort to make our business successful. Then there is you, the shabby office cleaner in your middle age. Which do you believe is more valuable to the business? Huh?
I appreciate all you do for the firm and your guidance, so thank you.
What do you mean by it, by the way? Even so, do you comprehend what I'm saying to you?
We genuinely appreciate what you and the rest of the sales crew are doing. I was just being honest. However, don't you think it's a bit unfair to imply that the cleaning crew is less important than the sales representatives? I believe that maintaining the smooth operation of this business requires the cooperation of all employees. The entire organization, from the CEO to the mailroom workers and everyone in between. I truly apologize if I offended you. I'm hoping we can resolve this.
Oh my god, here it is once more. One of those pointless smileys. To whom do you believe you are speaking? Honestly? Do you believe you can just send me any message, no matter how little, as if I were your best friend because you are old? While I am aware that aging affects the mind, I was unaware that it may also radically alter one's thinking.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I just considered trying to make our talk more lighthearted, but that doesn't seem feasible, does it? Maybe it's simply that today is a poor day, I guess. Did I misjudge the day I caught you?
Hey! What does that even mean? Do you mean to suggest that I did something wrong? You are to blame for my current state of affairs. It's entirely your fault.
Okay. Anyhow, my break is about to finish, so I should return to work. I appreciate your online message.
Anytime. Because you're constantly alone, I thought you may appreciate me reaching out to you. The young, attractive girl is conversing with the lonely, elderly office cleaner. This may be a TV show of some sort.
Not to worry. I'm not at all alone. I really appreciate you considering me, though. I really thank you for that.
You see, the more you do to keep the office tidy, the more easily our actual, crucial job can proceed. Oh, I remember now. In the bathroom, I saw that one of the lights was out. Would you please change that? I'd appreciate it if you did that since without the light, it's a little dreary in there. Slice, slice. Thanks.
Oh, okay. I'll begin immediately.
Hey Taylor, observe. You're out of control by far. Just do your darn housework instead of grinning and laughing all the time, please. You must pay attention to your task. Both for me and the entire sales crew, it is quite distracting.
Oh, have I done anything to annoy you? Simply attempting to strike up a discussion with some of our staff. Do you agree that it adds to the enjoyable mood a little bit?
I'm sorry, but I disagree. You and I think differently. I'm a sales executive while you're a cleaner, therefore we're really on separate planes, lady. You should just carry out your duties without talking too much. Nobody should have to listen to that talk every day. Okay?
Okay, I get it. I was just summoned into the sales department to pick up some spilt drinks. I only considered asking them how things was going. However, it's obvious that it's only a diversion for you, so I'll be careful not to do that.
It's more than simply a diversion. It may cause a significant issue. What if we in sales or marketing did it as well? Imagine if we simply talked non-stop for the entire day. There would be no progress. Similar to you. You look horrible for every second you spend talking and not cleaning. Not to mention, it harms the reputation of our business. That's on you, too.
If I'm not incorrect, I always encounter a really welcoming staff when I visit the sales department. I'll be honest, when they start chatting to me, I'm simply cleaning. I always appreciate it when they inquire about my well-being or briefly discuss what they're working on. That type of discussion isn't always bad, is it?
It truly amazes me that you are unaware of what a complete waste of time it is. You don't have to talk to them forever, even if they do start talking to you. And why on earth are you criticizing the salespeople for approaching you first? What sort of pathetic justification is that? Are you genuinely so dim-witted to fail to see your own mistakes? Taylor, what precisely are you contemplating? Evidently not much at all.
Keelan. I've observed that you've kind of changed after I received the letter from the business thanking me for my cleaning job. You used to greet me like everyone else in the office and be completely polite to me. Now it appears that you and I are having some sort of issue, and I have no idea why.
How should I put this? Every time I see you in the workplace, my blood immediately starts to boil. In reality, it's inexplicable. We are basically the antithesis of each other. I believe I only now became aware of the significant friction. Additionally, it's sort of how I manage stress.
Oh, do you feel that way? Okay, I guess I can simply accept that you and I don't get along, but what do you mean this is your stress management strategy? So your stress is the cause of your harsh texts to me, right?
Fundamentally. Who else am I going to use as a dummy for myself? The only person who actually makes sense is you.
Not a very pleasant thing to say, that. You do realize how much you wounded me by doing that, right?
Oh, dear, I was unaware of your true level of sensitivity. I advise you to look for another job if it's too much for you. Other offices undoubtedly require cleaning staff to clean their restrooms as well. Ha ha.
Keelan, this is out of control. I won't leave my career only because of you.
Okay, at least be quiet and focus on your work if you're not going to work for a different firm. Got it? I don't want to hear your grating small chat any longer.
That's okay, I get it.
Taylor, hello! How did you find today's work?
Why would you do that, Keelan? You've gone much too far with this.
What could you possibly be talking about?
You can't recall your actions, do you? Are you serious?
Of course, I can recall. I'm not as dumb as you are.
Why would you act in such a manner? Taylor, you really went too far this time.
Oh, Taylor, hurry up. You understand I couldn't allow you to attend our company's 12th anniversary celebration. For our organization, it was a really unique event, therefore I wanted to make sure everyone present was deserving of it. Do you understand that? Can't you understand how a cleaning woman could not be the most welcome at such a significant event?
Worthy? How would you define worthy? I belong to this organization. I had a right to be at the party, regardless of whether I work as a cleaner or in sales like you are. You should feel ashamed of what you did since you had no right to do that.
Yes, indeed. Taylor, let's go on. You may express all of your resentment. Nothing will change as a result of it. I'm not ashamed of anything, either. I made the proper decision, and I'm confident the other partygoers were appreciative as well.
Let's be honest, Taylor. What the hell is happening? Since receiving that letter of praise from the business, all I've encountered from you is disrespect. You've been treating me unfairly, in my opinion. No one else in the workplace is experiencing it, either. Really, it's just you. Tell me, what in the world did I do to you to cause you to treat me with such ruthlessness?
You truly believe that you can just pretend to be in charge, huh? Don't you realize that because of my sales obligations, I'm 10 times busier than you? I don't have time for your tedious small chat, silly positive outlook, or ridiculous housekeeping chores. Simply perform them alone and without speaking. Also, stop requesting responses from me. I'm a sales associate, and you work as a cleaner. A low class like you don't have to answer me.
What? Low class? Wow, Keelan, you really need to watch how you speak to others. Your superior at this firm is me. Before you ever joined, I did. Please treat me with respect.
You don't truly understand where each of us fits into the hierarchy, do you? It's actually very funny. Just put the party incident behind you. That's it. Go weep on your bed or whatever at home. Ha ha.
I won't be doing that, I assure you. After the disastrous party, the vice president of the firm paid me a visit.
Oh, right? Lana, the company's VIP, visited your home. Lana visiting your home would be like a monarch going to see one of his peasants in the hamlet. It just doesn't happen. God alone is aware.
Our vice president came to my residence to express his regret for the situation you started.
Oh my goodness, you're still bringing up that. You sure do hold grudges, don't you? The VIP would only do it for someone incredibly important, like, say, the president, which is another reason I know your tale is false. Ben has always been distant from me and is usually quite critical of us in meetings if we don't fulfill our goals. So, doing something like that is really out of character for him.
I don't want to criticize our vice president in this. In fact, I want to emphasize how considerate he has always been with me. Of course, he is also a dedicated businessman. I have to be honest, Becca. Your way of thinking is so naive that when I try to argue with you, I feel ashamed. Whatever I say, you constantly respond with some stupid, disparaging comment. Really unfortunate.
Am I being silly? Are you serious? So, if I don't believe what makes sense rationally, I'm being childish? That's going too far.
You're good, Keelan. If you believe that the vice president solely has high esteem for the president, I have a query for you. Do you believe that the president is the only one?
Okay, sure. That should be clear, no?
Are you certain?
Okay, the president and his wife, perhaps. Perhaps a few board members? I think that's about all. But because you obviously have no connection to any of them, your story is untrue. Haha.
Oh. I do in fact have a connection to them. I am the wife of the president.
Really?
I'm not kidding. I was present when my spouse founded this business years ago. Given how long you've been employed here, Keelan, I'm amazed you weren't aware of it. You surely heard about it from someone else.
No, it's not possible. Why did I not realize this?
It's unfortunate that you weren't informed sooner. The incident at the party earlier may have been prevented if you had done so. Making a scene and chasing me away, you know. You helped the First Lady miss one of her husband's most significant professional achievements. You should be proud of yourself.
God, oh God. But does everybody else understand? Perhaps we should simply go on and start afresh. You're sure that's okay, Taylor?
In no way. By the way, you should consider what you will say to everyone. They'll be looking for an explanation of how you behaved at the party. You must have a legitimate reason for treating the president's wife so abhorrently, I'm sure of it.
This is really crazy. Why didn't you tell me earlier? If it had been the case, I never would have acted in this manner.
Keelan, it doesn't matter anymore. Too late now. Even if you had no idea who I was, you still owed me respect. I am treated with the utmost respect by almost everyone else in the organization. Like you did, some folks simply assume that I am a typical cleaning lady. It's just common politeness to treat others with at least a certain level of respect, therefore it's not that difficult.
This is excessive. I can't believe my sales career has been flawless up to this point. I am the best at serving all of my clients.
I was required to inform him of everything that occurred a few months ago. You realize this, don't you? Huh? Really, you're going to quit answering? Wow, the chat with the elderly woman seems to have lost some of its importance.
Taylor? Why you can be at our party? How do you take the status of a low-class guy to dare to enter the party? I prepared for everyone.
I am the deputy director and also the wife of the president. You must have heard my name before. You're intentionally insulting me, Nellie. As the director's wife, you're a nerve. I'm sure you'll recognize me at the party in a little while. Hope you see how it fits. I am the president's wife. See, Keelan, this is really life. When individuals are treated poorly, there are actual repercussions. You didn't really believe there wouldn't be repercussions for that, did you? In any case, all I'm asking is that you become ready for what comes next. No one loves a mule that is too stubborn, therefore it would be wise to modify your tune.
Mule? You're the president's wife, what the hell? You are really vile. I was the victim the whole time, how could you do this? You have got to be joking. The wife of the president ought to be so much more refined than this. Look how low you've lowered yourself. Hold it. Halt lecturing me like a little kid. No more. Halt lecturing me like a schoolboy. I won't apologize to you because that's what you have to do for me.
I have reported Keelan's actions and attitudes to Human Resources to review her disregard for others. For the cleaners. They all received disdain from her, and insults should not be. The Human Resources Board decided to quit Keelan because of his snobbish attitude and contempt for others. She cried and begged and tried to contact me to apologize and wanted to stay at the company, but I refused.